Back here at the range here at Glen Abbey with Tomo Bystead, and there's a new maximum distance, maximum forgiveness iron coming to the TaylorMade family. It is the CGB, and TaylorMade, obviously the leader in the driver fairway wood hybrid world, have been for quite some time. But what if we could put 8 drivers in your bag, a bag of irons that act like drivers? And to me, man, this is pretty close.
Yeah, basically that's exactly what this is. It's the first time we really approached making, a maximum COR set in every club in the bag. And, that's what's cool about the set is we're looking for, that golfer that basically is not saying, hey, I want workability necessarily, or I want shape the ball. It's about how do I get the most amount of forgiveness? How do I hit the ball really high and really far? And it doesn't matter if I'm pulling a 5-iron, 7-iron, 9-iron, or a pitching wedge. I want that performance in every one of those clubs.
So we've maximized the COR from wedge right up to 4-iron. And if we go back and look at the line of M2 and M1 product, you would back off COR when you've got down into the short irons to give a little playability, workability, especially. We've abandoned that here. Correct. And this pitching wedge is as hot as it can get.
Absolutely. We're pushing the max COR all the way through the pitching wedge. And the way that we're doing that is we're keeping the sole, the face really thin. The soles are filled with a speed pocket. We have face slots on the face as well, and tungsten weighting throughout. So they're very low CG all the way through, and that's how we're preserving that speed. And again, it's for that player who's really looking for, hey, I want to hit more greens. It doesn't matter if what iron I have in the bag, or in my hands, which number it is. It's all about getting the ball up in the air and hitting it consistently. And I think that's really what the MCGB is all about.
And yeah, all the bells and whistles, you went through most of them, even the flute hosel, every bit of iron technology that has really been released over the last 3-4 years is in this body of work. Yeah. Interesting. If you're sitting at home right now and saying, all I want to do is hit it straighter, higher, and further, and not be worried about my worst swing, this is the product for you. I'm curious, though, because something you mentioned today as we've been here for the media launch that I really liked. I mean, you've put the product in our hand today. We looked at it. We compared it to all the product. I was preparing myself for a shovel. Right. When you were talking about this. And instead, this is a great looking iron. Right. How important was that, and why? Why create an iron still that looks so beautiful?
Well, I think, part of, designing good golf clubs and designing golf clubs that I think people are compelled to want to play is to make them look good. I think people, golfers ultimately, we have a vision of how we see ourselves as golfers. We have egos inherently in our golf games. And I think people want to feel like, hey, I'm a good golfer. My game is improving. I want to play at a higher level than I currently am at. And I don't want to look like I have training wheels on. I want to look like I come into the game with a serious set of golf clubs. And what's so nice about what we're doing currently with the technology is that we're able to kind of miniaturize some of the technology. So by using tungsten in here, by having slots, fluted hosels, things like that, we can get the low CG without having a huge sole. We can get the speed in the face without having a massive face. Like, we can do all these things because of the technology that we've developed over the last 4 or 5 years.
And of course, CGB, center of gravity in the back. It's low, it's back, ball goes up. It's pretty great stuff. If you're in the market for a game improvement iron and you do not get one of these in your hand, you're making a huge mistake.